Happiest New Year's to all of you guys. Hopefully you guys all had a great time. I stayed up way too late having a good time. Perfectly fun time though, and a good time, so I guess that's what's important. I'm Crapgamer, of course, and this is Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video to kick off the new year right. Probably something that's going to get Sony ponies a little bit salty today, because they don't like hearing this stuff, right? Let's just be honest. Sony fans are the type that just think Xbox is doing horrible. They're probably the same type that think Pepsi should just fold because they aren't as good, they don't sell as many as Coke, or that Burger King should just close the doors because they don't sell as many as McDonald's. Of course, us intelligent folk, we realize that, you know, life doesn't really work that way. There's big enough room to be successful for multiple different companies, and Xbox and Microsoft are doing just fine. And I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm fine with having the best version of every multiplat, the best online system, the best controller, EA access, backwards compatibility, and more on my Xbox One X. That's right, true 4K, baby. That's what it's all about. So, in this particular article, the analyst is explaining why the Xbox One X is actually not the last console from Microsoft. You know, there's still that like looming nonsense over Xbox, right? Like, oh, Microsoft doesn't really care about Xbox. They can just get rid of Xbox. No, you know, they'll dump it whenever they can. So just because Xbox is doing worse in terms of sales than PlayStation, you know, that Xbox is going to be on the chopping block at some particular point, and that's not exactly the case. So who really knows? But actually, this guy Lewis Ward at IDC's research director, he did an interview and he said Xbox continues to be of importance to Microsoft. He said, no, Microsoft has had plenty of opportunities to unload their games business in recent years and hasn't. And of course, selling at a low point doesn't make much sense regardless. If anything, Microsoft has more tightly pulled gaming into its core DNA in the past year. Xbox boss Phil Spencer got a promotion in third quarter 2017 and is now part of the executive leadership team, reporting to the CEO, for example. And as I said before, the company's broader goal in the next several years is to make Windows 10 on TV sets through Xbox One or on desktop PCs, and at least Surface tablets, a unified gaming ecosystem across all these screens. And on the back end with Azure, UWP apps are coming from all sorts of third-party development teams, including business apps, and Microsoft wants to deliver storefronts for all that content. Think of it as Steam competitor and a business app storefront in one. Ripping games out of that mix doesn't make much sense, and I've never been one who thought Microsoft was close to unloading its Xbox assets, which is incredibly good to hear and very reassuring as well. As I said at the start of the video, though, I wouldn't expect Sony fanboys to really, you know, believe this or take it for what it's worth, even though, you know, everything points to Microsoft doing a really good job and keeping Xbox at a forefront. So that's just one of those things, but it is nice to see some of these people come out and kind of back up what you know, like Phil Spencer said and what Satya Nadella has said, the CEO of Microsoft, that Xbox isn't going anywhere, and it's a key part to the Microsoft whole architect, you know, and it all ties in together. You know, you have the cloud, you got gaming, you've got Windows. It's like people always dismiss that or try to use the whole games on the Windows thing as them not having any exclusives, but the reality is PC is Microsoft, Microsoft is PC, so it's all Microsoft. When you think of it that way, they have the most successful and the largest reach of any of the companies. Honestly, it is. And even though, like, I do think that there should be some stuff that stick on Xbox and some stuff that stick on PlayStation, or I mean stick on PC, you can see what they're trying to do in a much broader sense, and I think that that's going to work for them in a lot of ways, you know. And, you know, whether you agree with that or not, it's not really my problem, but it just is nice to see, you know, these people that these are actual gaming analysts, not somebody like Michael Pachter, and they're clearly on board with Microsoft, you know, doing a good job and keeping with the whole Xbox thing, you know, because a lot of people think it was just an experiment, and maybe it was at first, but it's not an experiment anymore. It's a viable option for Microsoft, and it's good to see them continue to kind of push that, and I'm very happy to see that. You know, it's very important. I have a preference for Xbox. I've never made that less clear in my life. I prefer Xbox. To me, that's the best box for multiple reasons. Even when it's not technically the stronger box, it's still the best box for me personally. Anyway, I will link this article. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a happy new year. Stay safe. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.